selected go for auto sequence start.
And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's
Sure you watch
onboard
it, huh?
computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 20 seconds.
Don't worry about pictures, just watch it.
T-minus 15 seconds. The sound suppressant water system has been activated.
Whoa!
We have a go for maintenance.
Oh my God, look at that! Oh my God, dude!
One. Booster ignition and liftoff of Discovery. Celebrating its 25th birthday by racking up science and supplies to the space station. Houston now controlling the midnight ride of Rick Sturko and his crew to the International Space Station. Discovery rolling onto the proper alignment for its 8.5-minute ride to orbit. 4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans taking aim on the International Outpost. 32 seconds into the flight. The 3 liquid fuel main engines soon will throttle back to 72% of rated performance down in the bucket, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it goes transonic. Discovery 3.5 miles in altitude, 4 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. Standing by for the throttle up call now from Capcom Eric Bowe. The throttle up call acknowledged by Commander Rick Sturko, joined on the flight deck by pilot Kevin Ford, flight engineer Jose Hernandez, and Pat Forrester. Seated down on the middeck are Danny Olivas, Christopher Fugelsang of the European Space Agency, and Nicole Stott, hitching a ride for 3 months on the International Space Station. 30 seconds into the flight. All of Discovery's systems performing normally. 17 miles in altitude, 18 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. One minute, 50 seconds into the flight. Standing by for solid rocket booster separation.
Watch this, you gotta watch this.
Booster officer confirms staging a good solid rocket booster separation. Guidance now converging. The onboard computer steering the shuttle for its precise path to the International Space Station. Discovery 37 miles in altitude, 54 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. 3 good main engines. 3 good auxiliary power units, 3 good fuel cells. 2 engines around. 2 engines around. Into the flight. Everything going very well for Discovery. 47 miles in altitude, 5 miles downrange. The orbital maneuvering system engines ignited. Discovery kicking on the afterburners for 1 minute 52 seconds, assisting the shuttle and its crew on their climb to orbit. Discovery flying on the singular power of its 3 liquid fuel main engines, rating half a ton of fuel per second from the shuttle's large fuel tank. Discovery coming up on the point of negative return, where the shuttle will be too far downrange, too high in altitude to return to the launch site in the event of an engine failure. Discovery, negative return. Negative return. Discovery speeding straight as an arrow on its night flight toward
And you're listening to the launch of the Space Shuttle Discovery, the midnight ride of Discovery, here on the Talk to Me station, AM 1300 WMEL.
Discovery's engines, fuel cells, and auxiliary power units performing as advertised. Discovery now 212 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. The Environmental Systems Officer reports the activation of a good flash evaporator system providing cooling for Discovery's avionics until the payload bay doors are open an hour and a half into the flight. 5 minutes into the ascent toward orbit. This view from a camera on the external fuel tank. Discovery, press to ATO, select districts. That call from Capcom Eric Bowe indicating that Discovery can make minimal abort-to-orbit targets in the event of an engine failure. However, all three main engines continue to perform perfectly. Discovery, single engine ops 3. Single engine ops 3. Discovery now 336 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, coming up on the 6-minute mark into the flight. The guidance officer at Mission Control confirming that Discovery's computers have commanded the main engines to swivel again, enabling the shuttle to roll to a heads-up position above the fuel tank, gaining more favorable communications to the tracking and data relay satellite system as it heads uphill. Single engine Istrus 104. Discovery, roger. And Discovery, press to MECO. Roger, press to MECO. That call from Capcom Eric Bowe indicating that Discovery can make normal main engine cutoff targets in the event of an engine failure. However, 6.5 minutes into the flight, all three main engines performing normally. Discovery now 460
You still hear that?
miles downrange from the Kennedy.
Do you hear it rumbling?
Yeah. Oh, that's a motorcycle.
2 minutes of powered flight remaining.
So, was it worth it?
Oh my God, yeah.
That's unbelievable, isn't
That
it?
was awesome.
The ride of Discovery here on the Talk to Me station, AM 1300 WMEL, Cocoa Beach, Melbourne.
Single engine press 404, nominal shutdown plan.
Oh, yeah.
Go for the 20-second plus X, no go to pitch.
That was awesome.
Copy all, 20-second plus X, no go to pitch. The 20-second plus X referred to by Capcom Eric Bowe as the maneuver that Commander Rick Sturko will perform after external tank separation, enabling umbilical well cameras to obtain flash photography of the fuel tank as it drifts away. 7.5 minutes into the flight, the main engines being throttled down to limit the stress on the shuttle and its 7 crew members to that of 3 times the effective gravity. Discovery currently traveling at a speed of more than 4 miles per second.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Miles per second.
Yeah.
And the command for main engine cutoff coming up
700
in
miles
just a moment.
downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. 40 seconds of powered flight remaining.
Can you imagine that? 4 miles per second?
That's quick.
Yeah, he usually gets that in the morning when I take him to work out. When we're running late. Let's go!
That is something, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Christie. Thank you, Roland.
Oh, thanks, Roland.
Oh, you're welcome. I didn't do anything. That was a great shot, though, huh? So at least we know where to go. Huh?
Yeah, this
Oh,
was
yeah, perfect.
awesome.